The jungle of Kepler 442b was silent in the way that meant death was near. Dr. Sarah Chin continued walking the trail, her boots crunching softly on the bioluminescent moss. She didn't look back. She didn't need to. 3 more steps, she said quietly, her voice cutting through the humid air. I'll give you 3 more steps before I turn around. Behind her, concealed in the violet foliage, the Xarthian hunting party froze. They were apex predators on 17 worlds, 8-foot-tall reptilian warriors with chameleonic skin and reflexes that made them invisible to most prey species. Their leader, Scrath, had stalked prey across a dozen star systems. Never had prey spoken before the kill. Sarah took another step. That's one. Scrath's thermal sensors locked onto the human female. She carried no visible weapons. Her biological readings showed elevated heart rate, but no panic. Curious. Humans were supposed to be soft, frightened creatures, easily conquered despite their irritating tendency to spread across the galaxy like weeds. 2. Sarah continued walking. The hunting party exchanged glances through their helmet displays. This was supposed to be a simple harvest mission. The human research outpost had been isolated, undermanned. 12 scientists studying indigenous plant life. Easy prey to test their new hunting grounds. Sarah stopped walking. 3. She turned around slowly, and Scrath finally saw her face clearly. She wasn't afraid. She was annoyed. Here's the thing about humans, Sarah said, reaching up to tap the small device behind her ear. We're really, really good at pattern recognition. Your cloaking tech? It bends light, but it doesn't hide heat signatures, air displacement, or the smell of your armor's oxidizing coating. She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. I knew you were there half a kilometer back. Scrath activated his translator. Clever for prey. But you are alone. We are 8. Am I alone? Sarah tilted her head. See, that's another thing about humans. We talk. A lot. We share information constantly. You've been watching our outpost for 3 days, learning our patterns, counting our numbers. She tapped her ear device again. Did you think to check if we were watching you back? The jungle exploded with light. Automated defense turrets erupted from the undergrowth, camouflaged over weeks of preparation. Neural scramblers hummed to life, disrupting the Xarthian cloaking systems. The hunting party suddenly found themselves exposed, surrounded, and targeted by a dozen different weapon systems. But Sarah raised her hand, and the weapons held fire. Here's your lesson about humans, she said, stepping closer. Scrath's instincts screamed to attack, but his tactical computer was already calculating a 0% survival rate. We're not apex predators. We're persistent hunters. We don't have claws or fangs or chameleonic skin. We have something better. We plan ahead. We prepare. We turn our environment into a weapon. She gestured to the jungle around them. Every plant you've hidden behind? We've been here for 6 months. We've mapped every square meter. Those bioluminescent spores you've been breathing? They're not native. We seeded them. They're harmless to humans, but cause severe neurological disruption in reptilian species. She checked her watch. Right about now, you should be feeling dizzy. Scrath's vision blurred. His secondary eyelids fluttered. Around him, his hunting party swayed. Here's what's going to happen, Sarah said. You're going to return to your ship. You're going to leave this planet. And you're going to tell the Xarthian Dominion that Kepler 442b is a human research world, and it's off limits. Her expression hardened. Because the next hunting party that comes here, I won't give them 3 steps. I won't give them a warning. I'll just activate the real defenses. She turned and began walking back down the trail. Oh, and Scrath, she called over her shoulder. That's right, I know your name. We've been listening to your communications since you entered orbit. Like I said, humans talk. And we listen. As the Xarthian hunting party retreated through the jungle, struggling against the neural disruption, Scrath understood a fundamental truth about humans. They weren't the strongest species, or the fastest. But they were the most dangerous kind of prey, the kind that had stopped running millions of years ago and learned to set traps instead. Behind them, Saracen smiled and continued her evening walk, already composing her report. The galaxy's predators were about to learn an important lesson about humanity. We don't survive by being apex predators. We survive by making sure nothing else is.